Assuming control.
Hey, what's up guys? Daley here, and I got another episode of Daily Talks for you, and yeah, I got a video for you. We're going to talk about this guy, RhinoCrunch, and before I start talking about him, I just want to point out that, you know, my channel's not the most popular channel, so I have nothing to gain here. Not a lot of people are going to see this video, so this is just my personal opinion on a couple different things, and everybody will know that I'm all for opinions. I talk about games that I don't like all the time. I talk about things that that bother me all the time, like guys writing checks and real you know, things that actually suck. So basically, we got this guy RhinoCrunch. He's a pretty big YouTuber. I guess he got his start just a little bit before DayZ, and when DayZ came out, it kind of promoted his channel a little more. And there's a reason behind that, which is why we're going to talk about what an actual scam is, because this guy is claiming that a game called War Z is a scam, when in fact he's a scam. His whole everything about him is scammy. And I don't want to point out my reasoning behind thinking that, but I'm going to explain to you why it's true. So, originally, like I said, big on DayZ. It might not be what created his channel, but it's what's made his channel pretty popular. And he's got these videos saying that this game War Z is a scam and this and that it's just another game copied and, you know, redone and put out, which is exactly true. It just could be the same for every Call of Duty game on the face of the planet. It's the same shit, just reused different textures. So, I mean, what's really the point behind saying that, other than just to cause controversy, which is what he's done. He's done a great job about it. It's big publicity for him and for War Z, although it hasn't been good publicity, I guess. In the media terms, any publicity is good publicity because it brings people to your channel and brings people to your product, which I guess could be considered true. But when it goes beyond the point of saying that you don't like a game when you're trying to slander it, you know, trying to interject people's opinions about it with your own, and not just, you know, say this is my opinion on it. You can dictate whatever you think, but that's not what he's doing. He's calling it a scam, and he can say that he's not. You know, trying to interject his opinion on people, but that's really what you're doing when you say something's a scam. That's your opinion, and you're interjecting that on people by telling them that you know, their money's being stolen and the game is this and that. And I have the game, and it's not horrible, it's not great, but it definitely doesn't deserve the kind of punishment that this guy's been throwing at it. Absolutely ridiculous. So enough about that. Let's talk about why he is actually a scam. If you check his website, RhinoCrunch.com or whatever the hell it is, it's something like that. I'll put a link in the bottom just to be fair. It says if you subscribe to his YouTube, you get free membership, which is hopefully it's for him. It's just something that's supposed to be funny, because if you honestly think that having free membership to your YouTube channel when you're subscribed is a perk, then you're absolutely retarded. And you know, secondly, he's made a couple videos, and this most recent one he's done in front of the camera where you can see him, and you can see he's reading off of a script or a piece of paper. Like while I'm playing this game right now, while I'm talking to you guys, nothing's pre-scripted, pre-recorded, anything like that. I just you know, come on here and organize my thoughts before I come on, and I'm just talking to you. And if you don't believe me, put on my webcam next time, and you can watch me as, you know, I say everything that I mean off the top of my head, and so you get my pure thoughts. It's nothing that I've pre-recorded or pre-written down, but he goes through and is claiming, you know, that you know, he's I wouldn't say sorry, because he never does actually apologize about, you know, the things that has been said or anything like that. But he pretty much says that, you know, that's his opinion and he's going to say whatever he wants. It's his channel, and he can definitely do that. But to also then counterclaim that you have nothing to gain by saying these things about War Z, that it's just your opinion, is a complete lie. And that's where the second part of the scam comes in is if you take a look at his channel. He's actually promoting his RhinoCrunch membership, which is through DayZ. Get your own DayZ servers and things like that. So, I mean, it's beneficial to him that there's no competition for DayZ. He gets to continue selling his memberships for $10 a pop and giving away all his benefits, which you can't do in WarZ because the WarZ guys control all of the servers for their game so that it can reduce the amount of hackers, which is something that currently DayZ cannot even compete with. The amount of people spawning equipment and hacking is just out of the roof here, and it's absolutely ridiculous, the kind of things that go on in that game. But with the amount of things that go on in that game, it's absolutely ridiculous of to claim that you have no stake in what's done with WarZ. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to lose all of your fan base and things like that because a new game come out, but it could definitely, if you're selling a subscription or a membership or anything like that, it could definitely hinder you to have competition out there, which is what I can basically see going on in all of these videos is make WarZ look like the crappiest game in the world, which it's not. There's plenty of games out there that are worse than this. It's still an alpha, and they're patching and fixing the game pretty much every single day. There's been some kind of patch or some kind of fix for it, which is more than DayZ can say. As far as the involvement of the creators and things like that. But we also have to remember that DayZ is working on they're working on a standalone, so they don't have time to patch the current game and things like that. And I know there are patches for it, just nothing game changing and major, which is what WarZ is doing. So maybe when DayZ standalone comes out, they can take the same kind of care. I am by no means bashing DayZ. This is about pointing out what RhinoCrunch is really about. He can claim his Christian background and this and that, but there's plenty of bad Christians out there, and I'm sure he's not bad in a religious sense, but bad as a people sense. Twisting and manipulating things to the way that you want them to go, and that's never what's going on with my channel. I do review videos and things like that, and it's always a unbiased review. I always review a game and tell you that if I don't like it, you should check it out for yourself and see. And he clearly states that he does not want people to buy WarZ. He says he has some brothers that he wouldn't want spending money on this, and I'm sure it extends far past your brothers. I'm sure it also extends to all of the users that are subscribing to you, and also the members of your whatever you're selling on your website. I just briefly read into it. I decided I didn't want to completely read up on what he was selling because then I might be compelled to buy it based on some of the slander that's been thrown around. He might brainwash me into buying something like that. Because that's what he seems to be good at, is telling people what they should and shouldn't do with their money, their time, and their game, which is exactly what was implied when he was offered an interview, which I mean, anybody that wants to do big things within YouTube and even just within their channel would have taken. He was offered an interview with Sergey from WarZ and declined the interview basically by saying that I will do the interview if you wear a polygraph machine, which I'm sure he didn't want to pay for the polygraph analysis or the polygraph machine, and if he did, well then more props to you. But I mean, you had to know that nobody wants to do an interview hooked up to a polygraph. It isn't. I mean, it makes sense if you're trying to, not get them to do the polygraph. But if you really want to do an interview with this guy and get his, opinions and thoughts, even if he was going to lie to you, you can break that down, and say, hey, I think this is a lie, that's a lie, and you don't actually need, a person hooked up to the polygraph machine to do that. And so I guess he's banned now on the forums, which is great. Maybe he'll move on and start doing other videos with things that people enjoy, and instead of trying to make everybody's life miserable and try and claim that he's not a fanboy for this or that, and he barely even plays DayZ. But I'm sure PayPal will prove a different story. So with that said, I've been talking about this, as I always say, formulate your own opinions and, take away from this what you will. But I mean, in the end, if you look at what's going on and what's going on in the background, you're going to see that, you know, uh, he's selling memberships and things like that. So why would he want competition? He doesn't. So, he's going to try and crush the competition any way that he has to. And maybe he's a businessman. Maybe he's not. Maybe he'll see this video. Maybe he won't. It won't matter, because as he says, it's on my channel and I can, express my opinions. However, I will express my opinions and I will not force them upon anyone. If you don't believe me, then I invite you to do your own research and take a look and see, his website and see the things that he says there and see the things that he's selling and see the things that he has to lose by Warzy doing well. And that'll pretty much wrap this up. And hopefully next time I'll have some more information either from him or from Sergey, who I'm in contact with occasionally via the Facebook for the Warzy. And like I said earlier, to be fair, I'll put links to everything that I've said. I'll put links to his YouTube channel, his subscription service, all of that stuff, so that you guys can see this stuff as well. And we'll see you guys next time.